Content warning. This is a horror game and not intended for all audience. Please visit our website if you need a specific list of content warnings. This also contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions causes motion sickness in players. If either of these effects cause health issues, you can disable them in game's preferences. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Actually, wait. No.
I hope this all comes back to bite you, do you hear? I hope you're forced to feel the weight of all the regret there's ever
been. Whatever. Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ekamac. This is Let's Play Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut Edition. We're finally putting an end to this final run that seems like it's gone on forever.
She's gone? Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, you always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If they think it's bad, I'm with them. You don't need to comfort them.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Finally! We're going places. Whatever makes you happy.
So, just for the sake of getting the see-through her eyes stuff, I am going to just skip over the narrator here. But then it will go back and load my other quick save. That isn't right, you can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, you see it. Now figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the mirror, splitting the image in two. Then another crack forms, then another, and then another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. You don't need answers from the thing that lives in the mirror. You already know what you are. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
I see you finally got your contacts in.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There are so many stories left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Can we talk this through?
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. What once was one, then was two, and then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was one, then was one again. The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came for us. I took you from me, and I took you back. What once was one, then was two, then was one again. You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete.
Address her directly. I'm sorry it had to end so violently.
Violence is a blinding flash of color, but no flash lasts forever. Fear is a chain around the neck and a needle in the eye.
And now we backtrack to here.
I hope this all comes back to bite you, do you hear? I hope you're forced to feel the weight of all the regret there's ever been.
He doesn't finish his thoughts before disappearing entirely, and you find yourself free of any of the regrets he wished upon you.
Finally. This is nice. This is so nice. But it's also cold.
Your peace does not last, nor can it ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay.
It's so bad. If they think it's bad, I'm with them. You don't need to comfort them.
I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. Finally. Whatever makes you happy.
Approach. We do know about the mirror. It has the narrator in it.
I think you...
Okay, no need to destroy it this time. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
Narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
How am I supposed to rid the world of death?
By slaying the princess. Once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. forever.
Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Well, that's a new line, isn't it? If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
If you made us, I want you to know this has been torture.
The inevitability of death is torture. I would gladly put two infinite beings through what you've been through to spare infinite lives from oblivion.
Do you know that things won't just be worse if I did? What would it be? I'm gonna ask if he knows that it won't just be worse.
Of course there will be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Can't have been that long since we, It can't have been that long since our last encounter with you. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? Yeah, I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, then patiently waits for you to continue. Did you hear our conversation with the echo?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the Long Quiet. I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
This one has very unpleasant posture. Looks like her spine's broken. Talk this through.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. What once was one, then was two, and then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was one, then was one again. The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came for us. It took you from me, but you took me with you, and together we both left. What once was one, then was two, and also one again.
This one sounds like Gentle Princess, even though we took Harsh Princess with us. I guess they can't think of absolutely everything, just mostly everything.
You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete.
Address directly. I never wanted to get pulled into you, I was only trying to save the world.
But the world doesn't need saving. You've moved it along for as long as it's existed. Fear is a chain around the neck and a needle in the eye. It was fear that made our prison, and it was fear that told the lie that our spirits were not free to choose. But even bound, you saw a light, and you gave me the wisdom to speak my heart and shed my doubts. Without fear, suffering ceases to be. Without fear, death dissolves. Without fear, we are free to choose beauty. This construct is a machine of fear. It has no place in our divine hearts. Shatter it. Leave with me.
Address directly. Death is more than fear, it is reality. Just because we can reject it doesn't mean the world is free of it.
Their prisons are their own. And should we not give them the ability to find their freedom? If we can free ourselves, the world can certainly follow suit.
Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with?
I wonder, is Fury the most common ending cutscene that I've gotten? Because I'm beginning to think it might be.
A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Directly. What am I if I'm not a body?
You know.
That's a cheap answer.
I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be, preserved until the moment for union. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
So yeah, this is a red text ending, but I guess it does make sense that even though we got there from very different locations, the lesson she gives from Grey is still the same thing. So the red text is, I killed you without a second thought. And when you returned to set us both ablaze, I remained while you burned away. Red text, but the thing is, no, actually, I drag it out quite a bit. That's not true. Addressed directly, I deserved what you did to me.
There is no deserve, no punishment, no retribution. There is only action and reaction.
You are weightless in the realm, suspended in the gravity of an idea too great for you to hold. A tiny island caught between the death of the old and the birth of the new. But weightless is not helpless.
I saw that split second before we got into this viewpoint. She wasn't popping up from in front, she was popping up behind.
You unchained your will and rose against a would-be god. And for a shining moment, made yourself my equal. And then, you surpassed me. Without me, there are no externalities to resist. And without you to resist me, there can be no externalities. It is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
Oh yeah, this is the last princess. Even when you became a shadow of a god, still you were bound to my will. I unraveled you then, there's nothing stopping me from unraveling you now. Go for direction. You ripped me open. I was only returning the favor.
You linger in moments that have long since passed. We changed each other. Are you not happy with who you've become?
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I don't know what the answer is. There has to be something else. It can't be this. I can't kill you. I can't set you free.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
I thought voices weren't allowed here.
Apparently that's not true, but we can worry about it later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm
Then
ready.
Let's go.
So one interesting thought I saw on Reddit was, what if there's a pacifist ending with the shifting mound?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
The idea of it, similar to a red text ending, you find a way to make another alternate text ending where you do actually convince her not to destroy the world when you let her out. But the thing is, going in without the knife is already the pacifist ending. We don't really need to anything more than that. It's still interesting to think about, though.
Do you need me to describe things?
For old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is it just you and me?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Into the basement.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
I want to hear what she has to say when I apologize.
Stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue
And
down the
we
stairs.
go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sit. I'm sorry for all the times I hurt you.
The first time we met, I literally beat you to death with my bare hands. You don't have to apologize to me. But still, I appreciate it. And I hope you can also forgive me.
You know, when she puts it like that...
It is good to see you again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
I mean, you'd be surprised. I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin.
Which princess are you? You look like the first time we met. Is this the real you?
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
We're here at the end of everything. Can you tell me your name?
I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much.
Darn it, now I want to know what Gentle Princess would have to say if you knew her name then, or... I don't know. I'd have to go back and look through all my footage, and with how many episodes I have, that's a lot of footage.
But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
None of this was really fair for either of us, was it?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
What do you think of her and what she wanted us to be?
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her.
Yeah, that's probably why there's no secret blue text ending.
But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you. And like I said earlier, I don't really want to be her. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
Can we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't.
I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know this.
I guess when you put it that way, I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
Leave with the princess. You lead, the princess follows. Together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. There's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can see attention seize her. She's unsure of herself for the first in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore. She knows this, yet she still is. Then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Are you ready?
Of course I am. Are you?
Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. This is it. This is the game. I don't feel like going out there to get the really nasty remains, although, yeah. This is a very good game, but unfortunately we're at the end of the episode and there's no time to give my final thoughts and wrap it up, which means, yeah, I'm going to give us one more episode, which is going to be purely discussion and thoughts on everything that we've been through. Maybe it won't be as interesting, but I feel like I want to do it. I don't think I've ever Let's Played a visual novel on the channel, and I feel like given that story is the driving force behind a game like this, I really should give it that extra push. That extra thought and discussion on the game's story. So, until then guys, take care. I'll see you all around.